All right, the reason why we're here tonight is to celebrate Zombie-Shark Records and all the fucking amazing bands on the label. We're here in LA at Unfriendly Studios, which is managed by Metal Sanaz. Have you ever heard of Metal Sanaz? I think you have. Yeah. She's one of the biggest and baddest metal ambassadors on the planet. Check her out. This event was sponsored by Rock and Roll Tequila. Ding! Rock and Roll Tequila. This shit is delicious. Get you some. And look how it's nicely packaged in a glass guitar. You can't beat this marketing.
No.
Get yourself some Rock and Roll Tequila. And we have Dirty Machine headlining from here in LA. And then also Rickshaw traveled all the way from Utah to perform tonight. We have The Rift, which we just released yesterday. Yeah. They have a new single and video out called Rock Narcotic. They're from here in LA. We have Not Us Lived from Utah that drove all the way here to play. Junk is from Dallas, Texas. Billy Blair is a huge freaking, I won't call him a movie star, but he's been in a million movies.
We gotta get a movie with him and Dave together.
Dave from Dirty Machine is an actor as well, and he's in all kinds of weird, fucking crazy ass shit. You gotta check him out. Also, Syndria. The people that run Rock and Roll Tequila, their kids, some of their children, I won't call them children, but they're very young, like 19 and under. They're in a sick band called Syndria, and they opened the show tonight.
They were great.
Dude, amazing band. Yeah. They're sick. I can't believe how good they are. Yeah. They're gonna be huge. Huge, as Donald Trump would say.
It's gonna be huge.
All you have to do is put a Y in front of it, and you'll get it right. Huge.
It's a huge problem.
Bionic Buzz, everybody.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go get Bionic Buzz right now.
So here at Bionic Buzz, we're all about passion. Where'd your passion for music come from? Was it a certain album you heard, or like a live performance you saw that made you kind of want to get into it?
Get into what? Music?
Music, yeah. Like,
dude, I gotta be honest with you. I've been into music my whole life. I'm just one of those people that I just have it. You know, I just love music. Sometimes you're just born with it, man.
Yeah, I say for me, like I didn't really care about music growing up, but then when I was 11, I saw "Smells Like Teen Spirit" video for the first time, and instantly wanted to grow my hair long and tried to play. So I love asking that question because some people it's later in life or it's something you're born with. What about for you? Where'd your passion for music come from?
For me, it was just more like a combination because I was a wrestling fan growing up, and like I remember just listening to all the theme songs of all the wrestlers and like. And then suddenly when, because I was really into the Hardy Boys, and that's, who I got my main inspiration from to do what I do. And, like, anytime I always hear the dun, 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 I just always, like, feel like, they're like the rock stars in wrestling.
Yeah, that's why I liked them so much back then.
Which is why, like, I'm just, like, ever since I was a kid, I just always wanted to dress like them, look like them, and then just
a little bit. You got the sort of the armbands,
kind of, yeah. Like I have my old ones, but they like reps, so I'm just using these. But like so, just mainly that, and like a lot of like bands I grew up listening to were did music for WWE, so that's how I knew a lot of my favorite bands.
One of my favorite bands, Our Lady Peace, did Chris Benoit.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, exactly. Them and Trust Company did Downfall for Vengeance 2002, and that's how I knew about them. They became one of my favorites. That's how I knew about bands like Limp Bizkit, Saliva, Drowning Pool, Seven Dust.
Nice.
I knew a lot of.
Limp Bizkit played WrestleMania.
Yes, they did.
And I think Dirty Machine one day is going to play WrestleMania.
That would be sick. Make it happen, y'all.
All right, so enough about wrestling. Let's get back to music. So when did you first pick up the drums? Tell me about your journey coming as a young child.
Yeah, as I said, I've always had a love for music. Apparently, my mom told me that she used to play like Mozart and stuff for her stomach with the little speaker.
Really? Wow.
And so I literally feel like I was just born with it. I've always been pulled towards music. I joined the band in the 6th grade.
Wow.
And then I joined drumline in high school. And when I heard metal for the first time at the middle school dance, they played they played stuff like Metallica, the Black Album, like Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this? Like a lot of people were exposed to metal a lot earlier in life, but like my parents didn't listen to metal. They listened to a lot of other stuff. And when I first heard metal, I never looked back. And then whenever I saw Pantera live in 1994 or 98 or whatever, that's whenever I realized that's what I want to do. Whenever I saw 4 normal-looking dudes on stage command a crowd of like tens of thousands of people just going nuts, I was like, oh, this is where you can take this, and I just wanted to do what they did.
So you grew up in Texas, right?
I grew up in Texas. Yep.
So when did you decide to come to Hollywood? You know.
Well, that's the thing is I grew up in a small town, middle of freaking nowhere. And I was like the weird kid because I was artsy and I wasn't into shooting stuff and killing things and murdering little precious animals. I was into like coloring and painting and playing music and being in the band. And I remember the coaches would come to band rehearsals, like drumline rehearsals, and like beg me to play football, beg me to do all this stuff.
Yeah, football.
I'm like, no, dude, I'm a musician.
Yeah.
So I was like the weird dude or kid, but I realized very early on, because there was a lack of people around me that appreciated the same things I did, that I would have to get out of there immediately. So as soon as I graduated high school, no offense to Lampasas, Texas, but I just went for it.
What year was this, though?
When I graduated high school in 2001, and I just inched my way towards Dallas because I wanted to follow in Pantera's footsteps. I was like, if they can make it in Dallas, so can I. I want to go where Diamond Vinny made it. So I went to Dallas and was in a local band for a long time, and I quit music college. I dropped out to tour. Basically.
What college was it?
Tarleton State University.
Oh, nice.
In Stephenville, Texas. Yeah.
So you moved out here. Were you like living in a closet for a while, or like some people?
Well, basically, what happened was I realized I had to keep it going. I went to Dallas and I wasn't satisfied with that. I was like, because I'm do or die. I'm like, I'm never gonna stop. So I packed my drums and my clothes in a small little hatchback car and moved out here to Hollywood. I lived in a jam space.
Wow.
Showered at the YMCA. I cooked hot dogs and shit on like a George Foreman grill. My car broke down the day I got here.
Oh, no.
I got a job at the Guitar Center on Sunset, and I just in it to win it, you know what I mean? Like, nothing was going to stop me. And I eventually helped start the Browning and do all this crazy shit.
Okay, I want to go through the whole journey, because like you moved out here. How long did it take you to finally get into a band out here, though?
Well, I came here with a band.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was, I met these guys in music school and music college called
you guys,
Surrealism.
You all quit together?
Yeah, we were called SRLSM, Surrealism. Trip metal, we called it. Weird, psychedelic, experimental, progressive rock and roll metal. And we all quit music school together and moved to Dallas. And then we moved to, I convinced the guys to, hey, let's go to Hollywood, let's go for it, And we came out here and we ended up breaking up. And I moved back to Dallas and joined the Browning, and the rest is history,
Okay. So what led you to start your own like label though, like the Passion Day? Because also you got to know that it's a risky thing to do.
We just have to make this not awkward anymore. Look at this guy. I wish we had a cameraman to like zoom in on his face. Look, can you go like just look in the camera real quick? Look
just get in there.
ZSR. He has ZSR. This is Warrior Dave. He's a huge staple in the LA music scene. But look at him. ZSR, face paint, Warrior Dave. Yeah. He's one of the Dirty Machine dudes.
Yeah, I've seen you at plenty Dirty Machine shows.
And what I mean by that is he's a badass music fan. And look, he comes out to shows, and whatever the show's theme is or whatever, that's what he has on his face. So Warrior Dave. Yeah. That's why he's here. But anyway, thank you. What were we talking about?
I forget. Starting a record label. Like, well, because it's got to be like a risky thing to do, and especially this day and age, rock music is sadly kind of. I mean, for the Grammys, we don't even have rock category televised anymore. It's sad,
I'm gonna try to make this story short. Yeah, I've had a few drinks.
Oh no, it's fine. I love this. We're really diving deep.
So whenever I got in the Browning, we signed record deals. We started touring the world. We did all this crazy shit, and I have tons of bands hitting me up, like saying they look up to me. They're looking for advice. What do we do? And I realized I had like a valuable thing to offer other people. It's like this crazy experience that I've done, right?
Yeah.
So I remembered back in the day, whenever I was coming up, I would go to shows and try to talk to bands and shit, and they wouldn't give me the time of day. They'd be like, whatever, you're a fucking noob, like, get out of here. And I was like, if I ever get to the point where I can help other bands and help other artists and help them navigate through this crazy fucking thing that we call the music business, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do just that. So what I did was I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start a label. Because all a label is a fucking name. That's all it is a fucking label. And it's what you put behind it, and the passion and the drive and the resources and the knowledge. And so I just started a label out of thin air. I was like, this is my label. And I started signing bands from all over the fucking world. And we just kind of formed this crazy conglomerate, this community of fucking artists. And that's why we're here tonight.
Yeah. So
celebrate
tell us, what do you look for in a band to sign though? What like piques your interest when some? I'm sure a lot of people send you stuff all the time. You know?
Since I've got Dirty Machine standing right here, let's use them an example.
Sure, why not?
What I look for in a band is, I won't just sign anybody. First of all, I have to be passionate about them. And I think what makes me passionate about a band is a band that's unique, first of all. And when you look at Dirty Machine and you hear their sound, they definitely have something to call their own. They've got the fucking crazy mask, they got the DJ, they got the fucking they have everything, right?
They
the
got
full
the crazy
package.
fan.
Yeah, when I first saw a Dirty Machine video for the first time, I was actually in the studio recording the new Motograter album.
Oh, really?
And I was freaking out. Me and the producer were like, this is badass,
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
No, yeah. And we were talking, I was like texting them, like I was supposed to be focusing on my drum tracks, and I'm like, dude, I was talking to David Leach right there.
Yeah.
So first of all, something that's unique and that's different and that really like affects you emotionally, because that's what art is. It's something that affects you emotionally, right?
Yeah.
Secondly, seeing somebody that has the same drive that I have, and these guys are like in it to win it. You know what I mean? They give their all.
They're built to last.
Yes, they're built to last. Okay, junk joke. Nobody's gonna get that. But no, I mean, not to be like sappy or weird, but I like driven. I like driven people who are do or die, and those are the people that succeed. You know what I mean? And plus, I have kind of this weird thing for nu metal. So, like the whole Pantera thing, the groove metal thing. I just love nu metal. I love mixing pop and all these other crazy, amazing genres of music with fucking metal, and that's what Dirty Machine does.
I like something I can sing along to.
Yeah.
I love it. It's cool. So what's moving forward for Zombie Shark Records?
Zombie Shark Records. Again, I wish we could zoom in on this guy's face.
I'm a one-man army. I'm always like doing interviews on my own, and then I gotta go home and edit it and upload it all. So
one
day I'll have a cameraman.
You may have noticed, like a lot of not just companies will do this, but artists themselves will do this. Like take a band like Metallica, for instance.
Yeah.
They came out and they were fucking the epitome of thrash, right? And they dominated thrash. And then they realized once they extinguished that and they conquered this little niche, they needed to fucking expand their horizons and start doing rock and start doing pop and start breaking into the mainstream. That's kind of what Zombie Shark's done. Our mission was to come in hard on the nu metal thing and just crush it. We are the fucking nu metal label.
Yeah.
If you fucking know about nu metal and you're a fan, you know about Zombie Shark, right? And you know about Dirty Machine, you know about Keychain. Now we're gonna do what any artist would do, and we're gonna start expanding into the mainstream, and we're gonna start focusing on.
That's smart.
We're gonna start focusing on pop, and I mean I don't mean pop in like the weird way that you're thinking. I mean popular, like popular. You know what I mean? And I've had conversations with Dirty Machine about this. They've came out fucking just nu metaled out, right? And then now we're gonna try to focus on being a little bit more radio friendly, and being a little bit more just reaching the masses. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So, some people would say that's selling out or something, but it's really not. What you're doing.
Haters are gonna hate.
To make music. we wanna create and release and back music that speaks to everybody. You know what I mean? That anybody can listen to and relate to and be like, I feel something here, and
that's what music's all about. It's like if you so. Awesome. So where can people stay up to date? Website, social media wise, everything going on?
Dude, just go to Google, type in Zombie Shark Records, and that's all you need to do.
Nice. What about you, man? Where can we follow you on social media?
I have Facebook.
Yeah.
I go under Gonzo W Dave on Facebook, and I also have Instagram. It's under True Rock Fan 12. It'll be under Warrior Dave. You can see on my photos.
Yeah,
and
your new face paint you got.
Yeah,
I love
everything is based on a theme, like at every show that I go to. So just check it out. Look out for that, and you'll see what I do.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care. See you in the Dirty Machine Pit.
Yeah.